Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, in this video, we're going to be taking a look at an amplifier from a company that has had so much hype and so much praise from my own personal life, I guess, from just the things that I'm into. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. But I personally never played one of these amplifiers, okay? So today we're going to be checking out a Rivera Knucklehead Reverb. Let's get into it. So what is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. My name is Ray, I'm a guitar player here on YouTube, and I'm so excited because, as I said in the intro, I've heard so much about Rivera amplifiers. I've been infatuated and intrigued by Rivera amplifiers, but I've never played one. So now you guys can probably put two and two together why I've been so intrigued by Rivera amplifiers. Yes, at one point in time, Mick Thompson was an endorsee and had his own signature amplifier with Rivera. And I'm like 99% sure he no longer has that endorsee and they don't make his signature amp head. But anyway, I know Jim Root and Mick Thompson were using Rivera Knucklehead Reverbs back in the day around the Volume 3 era. And yeah, man, so I've always been like, you know, oh man, I can't wait to try one of these out, see what it sounds like, and see if, you know, it's got a lot of deserving hype, if that makes any sense. So this amplifier right here is on loan from a friend who hit me up on Instagram. He's local in the New Jersey area. He's like, hey dude, I got a Knucklehead Reverb, you want to try it out for your channel? And I was just like, dude, thank you so much. Like, that is so kind of you. So anyway, I made the trip up to New Jersey, got this thing from him personally, and I was like, you know what, man, thank you so much. I'll be sure to take care of it and be sure to showcase it here on the channel and do my best to make it scream, you know what I mean? So how today's video is going to work is pretty simple, man, pretty straightforward. First, a demo song in drop A on a 7-string with my Kiesel Hyperdrive. Then my Les Paul is going to be used for the playthrough, and that is tuned to standard / drop D. I'm going to be going back and forth between a boosted and non-boosted setting, and I'm going to be using a Fortin modified Maxon OD9 for that. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it, dude. Just, you know, gonna do what I always do and try to make it scream a little bit, all right? So with that all being said, let's get to some tones right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Here's my summary. My overall summary with this amplifier. Honestly, I don't think I've ever been so disappointed in a piece of gear. Yes, it pains me to say it. I can't believe how I didn't vibe with this amplifier. It just doesn't have the sonic quality that I gravitate towards with an amplifier, and I hate that I'm saying that. But I just have to be honest, man. This amplifier is extremely squishy and extremely chunky. The best way I could describe this amplifier in terms of like how it sounds and how it records is like a really squishy orange amplifier. It has that orange sound to me, like a rock reverb, and that kind of makes sense, right? I mean, you know, we know who uses orange amps, right? So like the fact that this amplifier kind of feels like that is unfortunately a negative for me, where it's just like it's not as much of like a kind of like just pissed off. It's much more squishy and chunky, and it's not as like just like spicy and fiery, if that makes any sense. But all in all, another reason why I don't like it, but it may be a positive for somebody else, is this amplifier is a tweaker's dream. Now when I say that, what I'm saying is this amplifier took me give or take 90 minutes to dial in the tone that you heard in the demo song. No joke. And that is something that I personally would go as far to say I hate doing, just because I don't know if it's like my attention span or what, but I do not like to tweak. I'm not a tweaker at all, man. I like to just like pick something and run with it. That's just how I run, that's just how I work. That's how I operate. So if that's something that you like to do, if you like to really just dial in tones and really tone chase, this is your amplifier. It's just, it takes a while to find the sweet spot, and then when it's there, you can lose it really, really quickly. I'm not a fan of that, but I know a lot of people are. So take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. Yeah, I may not like it, you know, all that much, but this may be an awesome amplifier for you. Just personal preference. But the main positive I will say is, in fact, once you have it dialed in, or once I had it dialed in, I loved it. It was great. It sounded great. It sounded heavy. It sounded, you know, a tone that I was content with. I wasn't extremely blown away by it, but I was content with it. And at the end of the day, if I can get it to do, you know, the job relatively well, you know, I would say I was somewhat satisfied. But the fact that I had to work for it so long, and the fact that, like, I had to really just kind of mess with it, it really just kind of was a downer for me. The best tone and my favorite way of how I ran this amplifier was channel 2 with the boost on the amplifier with another boost, i.e. the Fortin Maxon OD9 in front of that. So I was boosting the boosted channel 2. That may be redundant and I may be overkill, but that's just what I found to be something that I found inspiring. So all in all, everybody, solid amplifier, but because my hype and my curiosity was so high, I was like so let down when I found out that I really just didn't like this amplifier. I thought I was gonna love it, and I've been wanting to play one of these amplifiers for close to 20 years. And when I finally got my hands on one, just didn't really do it for me, that's all. So ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for this video. What do you think of the tones? What do you think of my conclusions? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Why and or why not? And you know, I'll say this as I do with all my videos. If you disagree with me, and if you have this amplifier yourself or you've used it and you love it, that's great. You know, I'm jealous and I'm happy for you. You know, I never want to like say don't try out a piece of gear, don't buy a piece of gear. But I think it would be disingenuous if I said I loved every single piece of gear that I ever played. I think that'd be silly. This, unfortunately, is just one of those instances where it just didn't really vibe with me. And, you know, I'm just one guy with an opinion. And again, if you like it, that's cool. That's totally cool, and you're entitled to your opinion. So everybody, I'm going to get out of here. Huge shout out to all my patrons and everybody who watches me and who supports me. I love you guys so much. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay metal. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.